Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Triple H might not feature a former WWE World Champion on the WrestleMania 41 card. A few hours ago on SmackDown, Braun Strowman faced Jacob Fatu in a #1 Contenders Last Man Standing match with an opportunity to face LA Knight at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu defeated Braun Strowman and has punched his ticket to WrestleMania. With Fatu getting a US title shot, it looks like Triple H may not have any plans for the monster of all monsters. With just 2 weeks left for WrestleMania 41, most matches have already been booked, and multiple storylines are reaching their climax. Unfortunately, none of those storylines feature Braun Strowman. It looks highly unlikely that the former Universal Champion will make it to the show of shows. Earlier, when superstars didn't have a storyline heading into the show, they were made a part of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. However, that also now takes place on Friday Night SmackDown, making Strowman's chances of appearing at WrestleMania very thin. A few hours ago on SmackDown, Kevin Owens announced that he has a career-threatening neck issue and needs to get urgent surgery. This means the prizefighter won't make it to WrestleMania 41, and it leaves Randy Orton without a match. This is a major problem for Triple H. The Legend Killer is one of his biggest superstars. Randy Orton is not just a brilliant performer, but a huge marketing asset for the company. Not getting to see Owens and Orton wrestling at WrestleMania is very unfortunate, especially because of the build this storyline had. Orton-Owens had crafted a perfect and intense angle that had been built for over 6 months and was going to reach its crescendo at WrestleMania 41. Similar to Strowman's situation, Orton is in a fix as all wrestlers on the roster have their matches or storylines booked head into the premium live event. The King of Kings has a very short amount of time to plan and execute an effective storyline for the Legend Killer for WrestleMania. If Orton does end up missing WrestleMania 41, this could be a big loss for the company. Andrew is a WWE writer with Sportskeeda since 2021. He is a childhood WWE fan, watching the show since the age of 9, making his reason to write about WWE a no-brainer. Andrew started his career writing about cricket, football, and more for leading Indian sports broadcaster, Star Sports. He then worked for Essentially Sports and Inside Sport as a WWE writer in the WWE/AEW division. Andrew joined Sportskeeda in 2021. He works in the trends team that helps WWE fans around the globe find answers to all their questions. Apart from writing for Sportskeeda, Andrew is also a football coach with state-level team Mumbai Ultras. In the ever-evolving world of WWE, surprises are part of the thrill, and WrestleMania season is no exception. As Triple H continues to shape the creative direction of WWE with a firm grip on the wheel, fans are beginning to notice a curious trend: the conspicuous absence of certain top-tier talent from key storylines. The most talked-about case: the possibility of a former WWE World Champion being left out of the WrestleMania 41 card entirely. It's a scenario that feels almost unthinkable. WrestleMania is the pinnacle, the grandest stage of them all, where every superstar dreams of performing. Yet as we inch closer to WrestleMania 41, one name is noticeably missing from the spotlight: Drew McIntyre. McIntyre, a 2-time WWE champion and one of the defining faces of the pandemic-era WWE, has been navigating an odd creative limbo lately. While he's had stand-up matches and powerful promos, especially in his brief but memorable feud with Seth Rollins and the recent interactions with CM Punk, the Scottish Warrior has yet to be firmly inserted into a major WrestleMania angle. Coming out of the latest SmackDown, fans expected a big turn or announcement that would set McIntyre on the path toward a marquee WrestleMania moment. Instead, the focus shifted sharply toward rising stars and crossover talents. With Cody Rhodes continuing his narrative arc, Logan Paul pulling attention with the United States Championship, and LA Knight and Kevin Owens building momentum, McIntyre's placement feels increasingly uncertain. The question now looms large: is Triple H deliberately leaving Drew McIntyre out of WrestleMania 41? And if so, why? Since taking the reins of WWE's creative direction, Triple H has focused on long-term storytelling and pushing new faces to the forefront. Stars like Gunther, Dominic Mysterio, and Bron Breakker have benefited from this shift, while others, particularly veterans or former champions, are seeing less guaranteed spotlight. Triple H's philosophy is clear: performance, adaptability, and narrative alignment matter more than resume alone. And while McIntyre remains a reliable in-ring performer, there's been speculation that creative simply doesn't know what to do with him right now. Is he a heel? Is he a face? Is he the locker room leader or the lone wolf out for redemption? In the weeks following SmackDown, Drew hasn't been involved in any clearly defined storyline. Fans noticed his segment time shrinking, and while he has teased frustration on social media, it's done little to cement his road to WrestleMania. There's also been buzz that McIntyre's contract situation may be playing a role. Reports throughout 2024 suggested that Drew had yet to commit to a new long-term deal with WWE, though talks were ongoing. Could his uncertain status be affecting creative's willingness to place him in a premium WrestleMania spot? Triple H is no stranger to backstage politics, both as a performer and now as a decision-maker. If McIntyre hasn't committed to WWE's long-term plans, it wouldn't be out of character for WWE to sideline him in favor of talents with clearer futures. Still, it's a risky move. McIntyre is beloved by fans, respected in the locker room, and one of the few stars who carried WWE through the difficult pandemic era without crowds. Leaving him off the biggest card of the year would send a strong message, one that might have ripple effects backstage. Alternatively, this could all be part of a bigger play. WWE loves misdirection, especially on the road to WrestleMania. Is it possible that McIntyre is being left out as part of a surprise build? Let's consider the possibility. A frustrated Drew McIntyre, feeling overlooked and disrespected, attacks someone post-Elimination Chamber or Fastlane. Maybe he takes out a beloved babyface like Sami Zayn or crashes a Logan Paul promo, igniting a fierce late-stage feud that earns him a last-minute WrestleMania booking. The left-out narrative could actually feed into a powerful redemption or rebellion arc. This kind of slow-burn storytelling is exactly what Triple H has become known for. By delaying McIntyre's involvement, he creates anticipation and tension. If done well, Drew's eventual insertion into a high-stakes match could generate even more buzz than a standard storyline. If McIntyre is genuinely off the WrestleMania card, the next logical question is who's filling that void. Stars like LA Knight, Bron Breakker, and even AJ Styles are poised for big moments. Meanwhile, younger talent like Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller are climbing the ranks rapidly. WrestleMania 41 could be a major changing of the guard moment, with the spotlight shifting away from past champions toward the next generation. It's a gamble, sure, but one that fits Triple H's broader strategy of creating new stars and breaking from the predictable. Among the WWE universe, reactions are mixed. Hardcore fans who have followed McIntyre's journey from the Chosen One to pandemic-era champion are disappointed at his absence. Social media buzzes weekly with hashtags like #DrewDeservesMania and #JusticeForDrew. But others argue that WWE needs to evolve and take risks, and not everyone can make the card. From an emotional standpoint, McIntyre being left off the show he once dreamed of headlining, after years of putting in the work, would be a gut punch. But perhaps that's the point. Maybe the emotional pull of Drew missing Mania is what sets the stage for something bigger down the line, a heel turn, a shocking betrayal, or even a major free agent signing if he walks away from WWE. Triple H is a master of the long game, and whether Drew McIntyre is truly being left off WrestleMania 41 or simply being held in reserve for a late-stage swerve, one thing is clear: every move is strategic. For McIntyre, this moment could be a crossroads. A missed WrestleMania might sting, but it could also be the start of a whole new chapter. Whether that's in WWE, in another company, or on a quest for redemption remains to be seen. One thing's for sure, fans will be watching closely, waiting to see if the Scottish Warrior makes his move before the lights go up on WrestleMania 41.